Yo, your boy Darius the Great. I got something to say. I got something to say about the Batman. The day has finally come. It is Thursday, and that means I will be going to see the Thursday screenings of the Batman in about 5 hours. About 5 hours, I will be sitting down in the theater watching the Batman, and I could not be more excited. I tell you, man, I've been waiting for this movie for a long time. I mean, we've all been waiting for this movie for a long time, and it's finally here. I know some people got to see it early. Obviously, the critics got to see it early, and then there's like a fan event on the 1st of March. So people got to see it. I wanted to see that. I wanted to go to that screening, but those tickets sold out like no way home. It was crazy. But here we are. I'll be seeing it today, and this is just gonna be a little bit of like a final prediction of what I think this movie will be. Whether or not I'll enjoy it or not. It's just gonna be a real quick video. And before I get into it, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, man. Let's get this train going. The Batman. Now, when this movie was first announced, I was not too excited. I had no faith in it because at the time, we all expected that Ben Affleck was going to get his Batman movie. And I was looking forward to that. I really was, because his Batman has been like the best part of the DCEU, starting from Man of Steel going forward. It's been the best part of it. And it was a shame that he wasn't going to get his Batman movie. And then when I heard, obviously, Pattinson was announced as Batman, I did what most of the internet did. I lost my mind. I was like, what, the dude from Twilight? I was one of those stupid people who hadn't seen him act in anything else other than Twilight. So I look like an idiot because in these trailers for this movie, the dude looks like he's gonna be a killer Batman. Obviously, we know he can act if you've seen like all his other films after Twilight. I think he's gonna kill it. Matt Reeves, great director. I think he's gonna kill it as well. I think he's gonna go for more of that Nolan approach with this movie, just from what the trailers have shown. And I cannot be any more excited for that. It's crazy. It's crazy ride, man. Because as soon as those trailers dropped for this movie, I switched to being Team the Batman, dude. Any doubts I had were gone. Everything that I've seen, trailers, TV spots, clips, all looks great, and I'm really excited for the movie. Now, in terms of how good it will be, I've seen some of the reviews. Well, I've heard some of the chatter about the reviews. About this is a really good movie, really great Batman movie. Now, do I think it'll be, The Dark Knight? No, that is a bar unto itself that I don't think any superhero movie will reach. Now, could it be as good or better than Batman Begins or The Dark Knight Rises? It very well could be. In fact, I anticipate that it might be. I won't rule that out. But Dark Knight, I'm not gonna go that far yet. I'll leave the movie open to prove me wrong. Just as I've been proven wrong about a lot of things. But this movie is like the one bright spot in the DCEU. I mean, like, obviously, Peacemaker just aired on HBO Max. That was a phenomenal series. But just from like a movie standpoint, the Batman looks like the brightest spot in the DCEU, which is ironic for The Dark Knight. It's like I've been very vocal about how I feel about DC and what they're going to be doing with their movies. I have no faith really in them. Like, all goodwill is kind of gone, except for certain things. Like what was it called? The Suicide Squad. I don't know why I blanked on that, but yeah, like, James Gunn seems to be doing a lot of great stuff with DC. I always thought that Wonder Woman was a good part of DC. 84 is divisive. I'm like in the middle on it, but I can see why some people just says it's bad. But I'm really hoping that the Batman just sticks the landing. I think it will stick the landing. I don't want to be let down. And this movie, it holds a very special place in my heart because it's gonna be the first Batman movie that I see in theaters. That's right. That's how young I am. Like, I never got to see a Batman movie in theaters. You know, when Batman Begins came out, I was like 6 years old. You know, Dark Knight, I was 8. Dark Knight Rises, I was 12. I was gonna go see it, but then that whole tragedy shooting thing happened with the theater in Colorado, and my mom was like, "No, you're not going." I was like, "That would have been my chance. I would have been able to hear Bane's voice in the theaters." But yeah, this is the first Batman movie that I will see in theaters, and I cannot be any more excited for it. I think I'm gonna love it. I hope I love it. I hope we get a lot more out of Robert Pattinson as Batman. If it were up to me, I would flashpoint him into the main DCEU timeline, but we know that's not gonna happen because it seems like him and Matt Reeves are content with just being in their own separate bubble, much like, you know, the Nolan trilogy, which is, you know, I can respect that, but if this movie is so good, like if it's a phenomenal, great movie, then I'm gonna be a little bit ticked that we can't just flashpoint him into the main DCEU and let him be our Batman. Like, that's like my one fear is that it's funny. My one fear is that the movie's gonna be so good that I want to see him with all the other superheroes, and I know that's not gonna happen. But in 5 hours, man, the Batman, I'm ready. My body is ready. My mind is ready, and I hope you guys are ready too. I hope you guys go and see it, you know, in theater safely if you can. And man, cannot wait. I'm Darius the Great, and that's all I had to say.